Hey guys, what's going on? This is Word here. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to be bringing you a strategy cast. This is a PvP strategy I've used lately on ladder and I found great success with. First off, I do want to credit it to where I discovered it, which is from Multitude Gaming Shiro. I saw it in a game I casted from him. I casted a clan war between Multitude Gaming and XO a little while ago, and he used this strategy, and I thought it was amazing. So it's essentially a 3-gate all-in that functions stylistically very much like a 4-gate, but the timings are very crisp, and you end up just with, warp gate a lot faster than your opponent, stuff like that. It's not the most, amazing, mind-blowing thing, but when I saw it, I thought it was very cool. I wanted to try it, and like I said, it's worked out pretty well for me. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Of course, I will put the build order in the description as well, but we're going to start out with a 9 pylon. Incidentally, of course, we're on Cloud Kingdom here. PvP, and we're going to go over the build. So 9 pylon, you're going to go ahead and get a 10 gate. Once that pylon finishes, of course, make sure not to make any probes or drop a chrono boost or anything. It's so easy to get a reflexive chrono boost off on that, and it does actually take some practice to not do that. So 10 gate, fast forward a little bit, you're going to chrono boost your Nexus twice. Now, I just want to take a moment to point out that I like to scout for proxies with my 10 gateway probe, and some people like to scout after cybernetics core. Totally fine if you're okay with that. If you are comfortable with that, go for it. I am a little bit scared of cheese, so I like to scout and make sure my opponent didn't rush one of his first 6 probes into my base or something like that. Something silly, because in my opinion it's worth it and it really doesn't mess up the build, but I am going to go ahead and scout around for proxies and just look in all the normal places for any sort of proxy 2-gate stuff. But like I said, chrono boost the gateway twice. You're going to end up getting a gas on 14. Bam, there we go. And you're going to end up getting your cyber core on 15. Okay, I want to go ahead and put it on my view since, make it more realistic here. So, Cyber Core on 15, you're going to make a Zealot on 16 supply. Make sure to saturate this gas, which I am doing, and grab that Zealot on 16 supply. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and scout my opponent, see what he's up to. Oh, nothing really out of the ordinary. That's fine. Mostly going to focus on this build here, and then get a pylon on 18 as soon as you have the money. The end goal of this build, or not the, yeah, I guess the end goal, or one of the end goals is to have 14 probes mining on minerals. Right now I have 12. I'm going to make a total of 2 more, okay? And it's very important to start chrono boosting that warp gate as soon as that is done. I think you're going to end up chrono boosting it a total of 3 times. We'll double check on the replay, of course. As soon as the Zealot finishes, line up another one. It'll finish generally pretty much in time with your pylon. Before warp gate is out, you're going to have 2 Zealots and 2 Stalkers on the field. And that's one of the beauties of this build, is you can chase away like a 3 Stalker push or something like that, which players like to do a lot. So get the Zealot out, chrono boost that warp gate again, use the Zealot to clear your base, of course, chase away probes, blah blah blah, all that stuff, very important. And also make sure to go ahead and, once you're sure he's not proxying you, I mean, even if he's doing the next level, which is a 4-gate, you're probably going to be pretty okay, considering that you're going to be in his base before he can really warp in. So you're going to make a proxy somewhere, generally, as close to his base as you feel you can get away with, and then your next pylon's going to be somewhere like here. So bring it back, chrono boost that warp gate just one more time. Your goal is, of course, to get it to this halfway point where you can lay down 2 more gateways and have them finish at the exact time the warp gate is done. Of course, a lot of timings are based around that, so that's nothing new there. I am going to get a Stalker out at this point. I'm going to chrono boost this Stalker because I do want it to get out just as fast as possible so I can protect these Zealots and, of course, this probe up here. And I will go ahead and lay down a proxy in just a moment. Note that I have, how many are we got? The 16 probes mining on minerals, I believe. Yep, so I'm not going to make, or 14, I'm sorry, 14 probes mining on minerals, so I'm not going to make any more. I think I might have said 16 earlier, it's definitely 14. So now I have 2 Zealots and a Stalker, and I do have another Stalker, and I will chrono boost it just as soon as I have the energy. They are going to come up here and protect this proxy pylon. And there's the chrono boost, and of course he will be out. It's good to have him on the field. It's not worth waiting for the warping. You do want that extra unit up on the field. So fast forward a little bit, my warp gate's going to finish just in time, so now I've got X supply, and I'm going to warp into these 3 Stalkers. 1, 2, 3, there they go. And I'm going to make another pylon just because you will get supply blocked at this point. You get to 32 of 34, and my probe's not in position to make another pylon here. You can mess with that however you like. You can build a pylon back at home. You don't have to build it on the field, but definitely build another pylon here so you can warp in. And then you got to start being aggressive immediately before any tech that he is going to have takes place. So right now he doesn't have a lot of units, and I mean, I know for a fact he went Robotech, like, because obviously I played this game already, but obviously that's what's going in through my head too. Okay, this guy has no units. He's going for Robotech because he doesn't have any early gateway stuff like that. It's likely, could be Phoenix too, but my first thought is Robo just because it's the most standard thing, and it does turn out to be an Immortal. And even with that, obviously I have a bunch of units up his ramp. I didn't quite get the high ground vision, that's not the best pylon placement, but I just have all these units before his warp gates are finished morphing in. the Immortal gets sniped, and that's GG. So it's a very crisp build. I think it's very fun to do. And, I mean, if you hate PvP and you're just 4-gate your day away trying to get to the PvT or the PvZ next on the ladder, just go ahead and use this build. Mix it in. It's fun. It's quick. And, honest to God, you're usually going to win. Like I said, I don't think I said this. I'm high diamond. Most of the Protoss I end up playing against actually are masters, and this does work pretty well against them. So, hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys enjoy the build. Any questions, just feel free to give me a PM on YouTube, or you can email me or something like that. I'll be happy to explain anything else that might have come across unclear. And thanks for watching. Also want to make note that Tuesday evening I will be casting an ESEA clan war between Crown Gaming and I believe Team Killing Spree, and that's going to be very cool. It's going to be at 7 p.m. EST, and that'll be at twitch.tv/CrownGamingTV. I'll go ahead and throw that in the description as well. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and word up.